Hello, hello. We are trying something new today, going back to using StreamYard. So I hope that this is broadcasting okay. So today, let's talk about being stuck and how, you can wake up one day and just realize that things are not the way that you'd like them to be, that life is just not what you thought it would be at this point. So I want you to think about that for a moment and see if that's something that resonates with you. My name is Maite, and I am a law of attraction coach. And so I work with clients on becoming unstuck to help them to start gaining clarity on what they truly want out of life. And I'm so excited because our group coaching program is starting in 1 week. And this week, this program is all about that. It's focused on law of attraction principles, and it is all about helping you to get unstuck. So, let me share a little bit of story for you. There was a time when I was feeling really stuck. It was at the end of my corporate career. I had spent 20 years working with families and helping them to find services for their individuals. And it had been a great career, but there had just been some things that had started to happen that just made me feel like this was not where I was supposed to be. And after 20 years of having that pretty successful career, I felt like I needed a challenge. I needed something more. And what I experienced was just a number of years actually of just feeling stuck. I didn't know what my next step was going to be. I felt undervalued. I felt like, oh my God, is this all there is? I just was terrified of looking for another job because I had always thought that my job was like this niche job and that it was just going to be really hard to find something that really spoke to me in that same way, and it just didn't know where to turn. And I was feeling like, you know what? I'm a little on the older side now, and there's lots of younger people. And am I going to be able to find a job? And oh my God, every single day I woke up with this anxiety of like, what's going to change? Like, what is going to be different? And so you've heard me say this. A girlfriend of mine reintroduced me to Abraham Hicks, the law of attraction. And one of the things that just hit me, that just really made such a difference, was this idea that if I wanted something to change, then I needed to make it happen because I was the one that was responsible. It wasn't going to come from anywhere else. It was going to come from me and my making a decision to make things different. And what I realized is that when you're stuck, that typically is a sign that things need to change. And even though we don't exactly know how we want to make that change, it's all about the signs that things need to change. Because life is supposed to feel good. There's supposed to be some level of ease and happiness and joy within your life. And granted, there are always challenges because we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and that human experience is about, the highs and the lows and how we manage that and how we remember how we are a spiritual being when we're challenged so that we can move through that with grace and ease, which can be really challenging sometimes because some of the things that we get faced with are really, really difficult. And so the more that we're able to be in that state of grace and ease and be connected, is how we manage that. But when we are, so we're supposed to feel good. And so when it's not happening that way, it's our responsibility to make things different. And so one of the things that I found is that you got to take some action. And the action that I took was understanding that since it was my responsibility, and one of the things that was really important was to feel good and to be engaged in activities that feel good and to shift my focus, because up until that point, my focus had been on how bad I was feeling and how stuck I was feeling and all the negative inner critic stuff that was going on in my head that was keeping me in that same place. And when I was able to change my focus, when I was able to have a level of self-awareness to be able to say, where am I putting my energy? What is it that I'm feeling most often? Am I focused on gratitude? Am I focused on possibilities? Even though I may not know what those possibilities, I can certainly focus on the fact that possibilities are endless and I can be more open. And I started saying things like, you know what, I'm not sure what's going to be happening, but I know that there are opportunities and doors are going to be opening and things are going to be changing. And so I was open to that. And that is a very different energy than the stuck energy. And so I realized that as soon as I started shifting my energy, that things would shift for me. And that's exactly what happened, because shortly thereafter, my position was eliminated and I got offered a position with my company to do sales and marketing. But I had a 16-year-old and I was not going to leave him at home for days on end. And so the idea of starting my network marketing company, or actually I had done that as a side hustle, but the idea that I could then just really focus full time, and the universe provided for that. It provided for me to be able to do that and to stay home with Max for the last year and a half of his high school career. And that was priceless. Priceless. And there started this amazing journey, because after a year and a half, he's going off to the university. And I'm like, okay, well, this network marketing isn't quite working. Like, learned a lot, enjoyed the time with my son. Like, it was perfect. But I also realized that that wasn't it. And I needed to get a job, do something different. And that's when I manifested the job at the Center for Discovery up in New York. And that was such an amazing experience. And even though that didn't work out, that was the next step in my journey. And as a result of that, here I am in Tampa, and here I am living at the beach. And so it's all purposeful. And so my point being that even though you might be stuck in this moment, you don't need to be stuck. So what are the things that you can do? You can recognize that you are stuck and realize that that is a sign of change. You can also step into action. And so any move in the step, in a forward moving step, is a move toward your opening up to an amazing, amazing life. And literally, it is one step at a time. Just start thinking about, what are the things that make you happy? What are the things that make you feel good? And in starting to enjoy that, you're starting to open up your energy. And then be aware of who you're spending time with, because when you're not in a good place, you tend to have that negativity around you that sort of supports that. And so you want to make sure that as you're starting to make changes in your life, that you upgrade who you're hanging out with. And the last thing that I did was I got coaching. I got life coaching. And that really helped me to be really, really clear about what my purpose was and what some of my goals and some of my purposes. I wanted to help people. I wanted to lead by example in terms of law of attraction. And I knew that I did not want to go back to a 9 to 5. And so those three things were things that really helped me. And I got a game plan for how to make things happen. And a lot of what I realized is that I just have to be open, and I just have to know that everything is working out, and then pay attention to the signs and opportunities that show up. So we have 1 week until the Clarity Group Coaching Program starts. And I want to invite you to get in touch with me. If you've ever thought about coaching, if you're feeling stuck, if you are struggling and want some help in terms of gaining some clarity and feeling confident about where you're going and how to get there, then you need to get in touch with me. We have an amazing group of women. It's going to be such an amazing program, and I want you there. I want you to be part of this community, and I want you to do for yourself to make life the way that you want it to be, because we were created to be, do, or have anything that we want, and you deserve it. You deserve to be a part of this and to really start transforming your life. So drop me a comment, private message me. You could book a call at www.callwithmaite.com. Those are all different ways that you can connect with me. And I'd love to be part of your journey of transformation. So have a great night or a great day, and I will talk to you real soon.